In the bottom right, we do have Clem. And in the top left, it is Nightmare. Clem being in the clan 430 MS. That's probably his ping from Europe to Korea. When he plays from home. Nightmare going to block with the first pylon. That's interesting here. So the first pylon is gonna block this entrance here, this Reaper entrance. And yeah, he can throw down gates to block off this area, or he can just pull them kind of backwards, but not really gonna be able to make a wall or something with this. That's really an out there pylon kind of. Very interesting approach here. Oh, and a forward pylon. Okay, so this is a reverse max packs. Because I think the max packs is you only get the pylon at home and then you get the gate, the second pylon first and then the gate. But he's gonna have 2 gates and 1 is gonna be at home, so this allows him to get the cybernetic score as soon as possible. He's gonna skip the zealot for now. Let's see if he actually makes one here. Yeah, there we go. A 1 gas for now. And he's actually pulled out 1 worker from the... What? What is he doing? Oh, okay, so he prioritized minerals there. He really wants to get out the minerals a little bit faster. And I'm expecting to see a stalker from this gateway and an adept from the one behind. Let's see, we're gonna get a stalker. Yes. This is gonna finish. Stalker on the front, adept from behind. There we go. Yeah, Clem. The best Clem. Clement. There's a marine out on patrol and he's making a bunker. He didn't even scout. He didn't see anything. This is how far he scouted. And he just makes a bunker. That's a great read by him. And it's gonna be amazing. But is it too late? It might just finish in time. He's gonna see the units now. But yeah, he won't be able to get in the bunker. Maybe even not able to finish the bunker. Oh, a little bit of a missed target here. And that allows... Oh my god, definitely that one was a bad move by Nightmare. He missed that last shot on that SCV. And that could have been a deny on the bunker. But now the Marine is in. I mean, he still cannot produce out of this command set, but he doesn't need to. This is just started as well, so if you can hold this, Cyclone's on the way here, a couple of Marines being warped in. He needs to keep this wall alive, though. Definitely you should focus fire this reactor if you are Nightmare. Yeah, get the Zealot on that reactor and the Adept to shoot some guys coming in here. If you can get the reactor, that's gonna be an amazing pick-off. Oh my god, can Clem save it? No, there we go. Gonna get shut down here. Cyclone is here. Gets the Zealot first, and we see some adepts rallying across the map here still. Try and get some vision on the high ground, get a read on the army, and keep on denying this base. If you could get a cancel at this point, that would be amazing. But yeah, Clem is gonna fight tooth and nail now over this one. He might even pull some SUVs, we're gonna see. I don't expect it, but you need to keep this alive at this point. Yeah, he just gets 1 SUV. You definitely need to grab that worker. There's actually a couple more workers coming here from the high ground, so it's not that important, but denying this as long as possible. I mean, he trades for the armor now at this point, so he's keeping the army count low. The counterattack is not gonna be there, the potential is not gonna be there, but yeah, I mean, he's actually grabbing a second Cyclone, so he could do Cyclone drops, but if he loses this one, probably cancels the Cyclone. Now he kind of needs to let it finish to get a defensive unit again. It's a weird game, man. This is such a weird game. There we go. He's gonna throw down a tech lab. And yeah, probably gonna try to get out some tanks here. Nightmare putting on a lot of pressure. And he's just chrono boosting props. 1 more gate, a Twilight and a Robo. When do you see that? Basically everything. Oh, he's gonna focus on the Marines for now. Gonna probably lose all of these units here. That's a shame. Stalker. Oh, Stalker's gonna make an escape here, and this gate is gonna fall whenever he sees it. He doesn't know about it yet. He still hasn't. He doesn't even know where his opponent spawned. Oh my god. 3 more gates here. Is he actually gonna make all of these on this one pylon? Yeah. Adept glaives, yeah, so he's going full all in here, Nightmare. He really wants to kill Clem. If he can keep this forward warp in position, that's gonna be amazing for him. If he can get the first adept warp ins there and kind of hold that position. He's also gonna grab a warp prism to try and get some into the main base. I mean, with a warp prism now, he doesn't really need this forward anymore, I guess. But it's definitely gonna be super nice if he can keep that. Cloak and Banshees. So, one big issue... Oh, this is gonna be seen as well. But yeah, one big issue, of course, is Adept can't shoot up, so... A Banshee could set a timer to this attack. Unless it gets killed in the main base by these 3 Stalkers. Let's see, Clem is gonna grab invisibility, a cloak for the Banshee, but it's not done yet. He might just park the Banshee here for a while. And just move in with cloak, but if he moves in too early, there's an observer though, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. Now the observer just popped in time. He moves in with cloak, but not gonna matter. This Banshee's not on defense though. Oh, he's actually kind of... He saw the units, he saw no reaction, but he needs to react at home now. This is just a plain warping into the main base. Super, super annoying here. But behind this also the Banshee's getting a lot of damage. 5 workers and it managed to slip out. Also, this put on some taxing here on the micro from Nightmare, but Nightmare killing 21 workers. And even if you can get the tank, oh my god, that one hero ICV repairing the tank down there. Now we do have another warping of adepts in... Yeah, this is what I said. He used this forward to get those 4 adepts or 8 adepts or whatever it was into that natural base. Now he could have focused on the tank, but yeah, you probably don't want to let that one finish. And Clem is just making Banshees. Like, alright, I've got a couple of Banshees. Yeah, you should cloak this one and try to get the pylon. Cloak it, cloak it, cloak it. Oh, the Banshee did die. There's too much going on here right now. A few adepts trying to come into the natural, not really finding anything, kind of just sacrificing yourself. The adepts here in the main are also like killing a depot. It's not really what you were looking for. I mean, they're denying mining, which is good, but kind of, I would rather have those recalled. Yeah, now with 2 Banshees, you're even gonna lose 1 on the recall, so 5 adepts went down to 2 in the recall actually, and that only for like 1 additional SCV, so I don't really like the last move there with those adepts. Oh, Clem needs to fix this one. There we go. He is a fast one. He does fix this fastly. There we go, and forward has been taken out of power. This is gonna be a nice defense. Can he get these Banshees though? There's no blink yet, remember? As he went for glaives, there's also no blink on the way. Still only have glaives, no charge, no blink. A lot of stalkers, but no 3rd base, of course. This is completely all in at this point. It's just trying to go for round 2, but now with the lost pylon on the forward, stim and combat shields being finished, +1 being finished, Banshees doing some re-damage here. I think the writing's on the wall here, Nightmare. Your all in is not gonna succeed. Adepts shading in on top of that tank here, trying to focus that one down. And Adepts in the main trying to kill as many workers as possible. But he's also losing a ton of workers. He lost 8 workers behind this, and the Banshees are still coming back here for more, still hungry. 10 workers are gonna fall. My god. Those Stalkers, they remember, they don't have blink. They're like, even if you warp them in and you can kind of kill those Banshees, you're not gonna have blink, you can't utilize them. So yeah, and Nightmare was behind in workers as well. I mean, now he caught up again, but this is not looking good. He's definitely behind so much in tech. He's going for blink now. He's going to throw down 1 more gateway actually, and a forge. I mean, that's one way you can do about it, but there's already going to be 1-1 before the forge finishes. And blink, I don't think 0-0 Stalkers against 1-1 bio in a number of 4 who also need to defend your base. against that Banshee. Now, finally they caught it. Can defend against this force. And he didn't really make extra probes, did he? I mean, he lost another 3. He's trying to remake some now. Adepts again trying to move in, but this army I don't think can be stopped. Can it though? We have a nice position here on the high ground. Blink is not done yet, remember. It's about to be done here in a second, but these medevacs definitely need to be with this army. He's scanning for third base. He's like, wait, what? Why do you still be... Why are you still in this game? And Nightmare basically chose just to make army instead of economy. And yeah, Clem is doing the right thing. He's just pulling back. He's like, alright, you have a good army and on that position, so I can't really break you here very cost efficiently. And neither do I need to. Wow, that Marauder, man. Ooh, he gets saved. Say, he doesn't really need to break him because he is ahead and the economy. Third base is not up and running. Clem should probably just go ahead and throw down his command center. He has a lot of extra workers. I think this SCV was already on patrol to do so. There we go. That's a nice observer here, completely seeing all of that army rotation. A Marine to pick off the probe trying to throw down an extra nexus. So this is like, this economy only works fully saturated because there's already patches which have been dried up in the main base. It's only 34, so this is a base and a half basically here for Nightmare. Kind of want to open the income tab, but I feel like I'm afraid the game is gonna end before it actually. If I could show, there we go. So this is, Clem is working overtime and working here. Workers. And there we go, another nice attack here, or attempt, but I think the defense is gonna be strong. Those SUVs are just there to block a little bit. And yeah, the attack at the front, oh, retargeting on those adepts, actually getting nice splash there on top of the army, but not really enough units here because the rest is in the main base being dropped here. So many adepts in the adept-based defense here, very interesting approach. They're not doing terrible, but of course they're also not doing great because once those Marines are all gone, they can't really fight these Marauders. Or if you could have gotten one of these medics, it would have been amazing on the retreat. I can't get it, but yeah, this base has been delayed all time long throughout of all of this sequence, so Clem's gonna take game number 1 here with beautiful defense into like in a very weird and sloppy game from kind of both sides a little bit. A lot of mistakes, a lot of trading, very interesting decisions. Very strange game. But really enjoyed that one. Let's hop into game number 2 here. And in the top left, we do have Clement from France, the world champion. And in the top right, it is Nightmare from Korea, who did not make it into those playoffs even. He wasn't even there. Tried to play a very strange all-in there in the first game on Amphion. Let's see what he's gonna play on this map. It could be the same thing, but I don't expect it to be. Because then we should see a second pylon here across the map somewhere very soon. It's not gonna happen. The probe is gonna go in for a scout. And Clem, after that game, I think you might want to consider opening with a Reaper here. He's actually gonna open with a factory first, it seems. The early gas. Maybe my timing's off. I didn't check the timing actually. Might just be... No. It's just a Reaper expand or a reactor expand. And there we go. Clem says no. Marine and SCV is gonna be fine for me. Don't need any gas units. I want to get my reactor and my factory follow up as fast as possible. I do not need that Reaper man. One SCV is gonna go across now. He's trying to dodge the... Oh, actually, he's just scouting a little bit for proxy locations. They're a very interesting approach. Of course, this area is very much utilized for Void Ray all-ins, for example. And that's why you see Clem kind of Also building here on top. Not taking the bottom gas, but this one kind of being defended naturally by your base. I think this position is actually better for a wind racer. But yeah, whatever. And interesting pylon, there we go. Nightmare. Is he gonna do something aggressive again? He's not chrono boosting the warp gate. Rather the adepts currently. So what is this pylon gonna be? It could be tech actually. He didn't throw down any tech yet. So yeah, it's gonna be a second gate. Definitely different order of things. This is gonna be a 2-gate pressure after the Nexus. And yeah, way different from the first game. As you can see, 1 adept against 3 marines. Earlier it was an adept and the zealot against 1 marine. With the stalker joining up. Sorry, the stalker and adept and zealot. Everything at the same time kind of coming in. This time is definitely going to be a different approach. And we do get the chrono boost on that gate. 3rd gate. Is this going to be a 3-gate all-in? 4-gate all-in? Is this gonna be the big old 4-gate? Oh, if you lose an adept here, that would be a missile. But he's gonna keep it alive for now. The SCV is trying to finish the job here. He's gonna get it. And 2nd adept also gonna fall here. So yeah, good pickoffs for Clem, because Nightmare kind of wanted to snowball these units. Twilight Council on the way and robotics facility. So it's not gonna be as all-in as I thought. And a blink or a stalk already here, so if we're gonna see more stalkers, there we go. It's gonna be blink, of course, as the follow-up, and probably an observer or a prism, maybe both, to grant that high ground vision and get a lot of pressure done. Very interesting though, prioritizing getting as many units as possible because he warped in the gates first. This is some nice pressure here with those 4 stalkers. You can one-shot marines. He needs to be careful though. This 1 stalker on the back is already very low. Oh, if it rotates now. Great awareness here. And the follow-up adepts actually coming in here. So yeah, trying to make something happen. Trying to get some beef before in front of these stalkers. So what is it going to be? Is it going to be glaives? There it is. That's very interesting. Yes. I was really expecting some stalker all-inage here, but glaives, I mean, you can definitely do it. It's weird, you don't see it as much as Terran, or against Terran. But he needs to definitely keep those stalkers alive, because he needs them to kill the immortals, yeah, the marauders eventually. Extra adepts. Adepts, of course, are cheaper, they are faster to make. And the upgrade is faster as well. He's actually just trading, man. He doesn't try to snowball his own composition, he tries to anti-snowball Clem's army, basically. He tries to contain the army from Clem, and he's just keeping his stalkers alive. That's all he's trying to do here. And now he can blink them into the warpers. Oh, he's gonna lose 1 stalker, that's definitely a mistake there. Could have dodged that bullet. Oh boy. 1 shot. Oh, this is a 3 racks actually, so the Stargate is gonna be super late. Oh, loses another stalker here, not what you're looking for. Glaive's gonna finish up. No adepts though. Not even at home, nothing. He's just in the base. Is this gonna be a base trade now? Is he gonna open up this prism, warp in some adepts now, and while Clem goes across the map? If he warps in at home, I think he has a great time. But there we go. Oh my god, he has a Colossus behind this. I didn't even notice. What am I doing? I'm observing this. Yeah, he has Colossus and Colossus range. Wow, this is such a weird build. They just like, alright, I have killed enough army. I'm just gonna be safe now at home. I have Colossus. This is such great stuff, man. Love to see it. So random. It feels so random. Adept Colossus. And when you see glaives and adepts, you're like, alright, you're gonna get all in. But then he has a Colossus, which is gonna get popped by marauders, by the way. So definitely not great execution here from our Protoss player. I should have had that War Prism at home maybe. To juggle your Colossus. Keep that one alive. Let's see now, Nightmare. He has a strong army moving across the map. This Colossus being at home though is a big issue. And Clem having an SCV there on the location. That actually has the command center in the main base. It's gonna get denied for now. Oh. One Marauder. Man, only Clem does this. Actually gets a probe. He gets a second probe. Oh my god, the Marauder's gonna stay here now. Because Nightmare is just going across the map. He's gonna kill the army. This Marauder can get killed by probes, by the way. And yeah, Nightmare is warping in here. This Prism is in a good position. It's actually not getting focused down. Clem is trying to fight the Adepts, but the Adepts are kind of beefy actually, and there's not enough units to power through. There's too many Adepts. Utilizes those shades beautifully to try and reposition that army to get it off the ramp, and it worked. Now there's a tank on top of the ramp, but oh, Clem picking up, I don't think that's the correct call here. These probes did get a recall eventually. Oh, if you can kill this Colossus, he's trying to surround his army, but what are you gonna pull from the main? There's nothing you can pull. You need to hold your ramp. He actually did lose, oh no, he didn't lose the command center. He has it burning in his main base. There's no anti-air, but yeah, just shades in. Oh my god, this is so many Adepts. They can just kill everything. All of these SUVs need to pull and fight. But they're not gonna be enough. They're just sitting ducks. 33 SUVs and counting. So many Adepts. Just destroying everything. Whew. GG. Whew, GG. That's when you die to Adepts. Whew, GG. Remember the old Adepts with the glaives that actually did bounce onto 2 additional targets and deal so much extra damage? Man, that was so crazy. That's why it's still called glaives, by the way, and not attack speed. Should rename it. Rename it to special plasma or something. I really wanted to make a glaive melee unit and it incredibly failed, but I think the issue is not that the split damage was too much, like the split idea was bad, but the damage indeed was too much, too high. Alright, let's go into game number 3 here. In the top right we do have Clem, and in the bottom left it is Nightmare taking the last map. Making a good series out of this here. Can he take the last map as well, or this last map here? Barracks being thrown down into the gas. Probably paying attention this time is the caster. So again, kind of the same opening as earlier. Let's see if he makes a Marine again, or if he mixes it up and finally brings out a Reaper. So far, Nightmare has been playing very aggressive builds, and Clem has been struggling a little bit with the lack of scouting information, to be honest. So he has been surprised a lot of times, and yeah, I really am very curious if he's gonna mix it up and finally get that scouting Reaper out, or if he just wants to nail his own sharp timings. And there we go, it's gonna be a reactor first. So this being Alcuon, I kind of expected this, to be honest, in my heart. I didn't voice it, but the reasoning is very simple. This is a map most people are super comfortable on. And the other 2 maps, Amphion and what's it called? Ghost River? Ghost River is basically the smallest rush distance. And Amphion is a weird map where you don't really want to fight Terran. If they can get to a higher tank count or something, it's going to be a very tough map to play. So, interesting choices here. I think this is map dependent, but that's another one. Interesting choice. A 1-base factory into double Reaper and the command center behind. So we're flipping the table here. We basically have the legs up right now, and Clem is standing on top of those table legs, and Nightmare is laying below that table Clem is standing on. So we have a bigger harassment force coming in here from Clem. Nightmare is gonna see this though with the Zealot. He sees this timing, he sees the Reapers. He sees the first one, he does see the second one, of course, because Clem wants to clear as fast as possible. So he knows, yeah, what, 2 Reapers? You're probably gonna have a Hellion with this one as well. The timing is so late. He doesn't reveal the Hellion, but this is one of the standard openings. It's basically used to be a TVT opening, now it's also present in this matchup. And yeah, this is such a great scout actually for Nightmare. He has a good idea now what is coming. He actually got that SCV, oh my god, he killed it with the Adept coming in here. He's gonna keep these army units here back for a while longer, trying to get that Reaper. Should have probably distributed more damage onto these Hellions. And now the harassment trying to come in, but there's only one Adept here. Maybe Nightmare did underestimate what's coming across the map. There's a second Adept now. He's trying to kill whatever he can. Oh, he gets the shade out. If he can touch that Hellion, it's gonna die. There we go. Trying to get the permanent damage on the last Hellion. Only 3 Reapers and 1 Hellion do remain, but no shield battery was warped in, and now all of the probes have been found. This is a terrible situation here for our Protoss player. I think he definitely underestimated what he saw there. He underestimated the units that were made. Now he kills the last Hellion, but there's still 3 Reapers loose on his base. A Stalker to try and combat those, but they are currently killing off those probes like they're nothing. Oh boy, 9 probes in counting. Everything is falling apart here for Nightmare. And I think this opening has worked out beautiful for Clem. He gets so many units, he killed so many workers. Oh my god, he's still killing workers. I can't believe it. Does he get one more? No, that would have been too much. 12 workers is gonna be the limit for now. But the follow-up is already here. Medivac with 6 Marines, a Cyclone. And he's only combating 3 Stalkers. They still don't have Blink. He needs the Medivac though. He needs the Medivac. He needs to save the Cyclone. The Medivac needs to be here. He pulls it back in time. But it's already gone low. Definitely should have waited there a little bit for the Medivac. But you can also use the Medivac to drop on top of these Stalkers walking back. You drop your Marines on top of them. Again, more workers are falling here. These Stalkers are kind of immortal, man. That's crazy. Second Cyclone is here. A Blink to save the next Stalker. Great micro by Nightmare on those Stalkers. But not losing any of these, actually. Really good job. Now, finally, the first one is gonna fall. Gets a Marine. And he pushes everything back. He kind of stabilizes. He stays alive. And he's not that far behind in workers, but he's definitely behind a lot. Let's not joke around here. Oh, we're blinking on top of the siege tank shot there, eating so much damage. He gets 1 worker, maybe a Marine, needs to blink out here. He's gonna stay and fight for now. The Liberator is harassing his mineral line though and is killing again so many workers. Loses a couple Stalkers because he got a bit greedy there, tried to harass the worker line himself, didn't really get too many SCVs. Lost 5 workers again. Terrible situation here for Nightmare. Clem definitely out executing our man. Got Stalkers in position here. Trying to move in, frontal attack. But I don't think you can break the bunker siege tank combination here from Clem. He still does not have stim. This is one of those things. It's not even started yet. This is such a strange game. Oh my lord. So he does get a Raven. And the starport is going to lift across and make an add-on. So he's going to get stim and combat shield on this one, I guess, after he gets the next tank out. Look at this mega army from the Protoss. 4 Stalkers in a War Prism. A tank already in position. Second tank just popped. SCVs might even save the tank here. Mass repair is going to be strong. Ooh, actually with the friendly fire from this tank, he might have even gotten that one if he sacrifices another Stalker there, but does not do so. Liberator tried to get some more probes here, only get some denied mining time. Maybe he got 1 probe there, not too many. And yeah, he's just gonna lose the prism with these Stalkers and man. And look at these soup lie. It does not lie. The soup does not lie. There's no lies in this soup at least. Also, I mean, there's no stim yet, but it's halfway done. Combat cheese is on the way now. There we go. Third base is on the way. It's 44 workers to 52. It's 2 Stalkers against, I don't know, 20 Marines, a Cyclone, a tank, 2 Marauders, a Raven, a Medivac, More tanks, everything. It's like 4 stalkers against the world here right now. Gonna try to pick off what he can, but some beautiful pickup micro here from Clem to try and save those marines here, which are targeted. 1 Colossus to rule them all. Let's see if he can do it. There is no interference matrix, so this is only an anti-armor missile or the auto turrets for harassment here available for Clem. But yeah, Nightmare's just gonna let the Nexus go. He's gonna cancel it, warp in the shield battery, get the second Colossus, try to stay alive, get Colossus range. Then his army's gonna have a good peak moment, but Stim is finished. +1 is finished. Combat shield's gonna finish in a moment. Raven has a lot of energy. He's trying to throw down a anti-armor missile. That was a big clump. Maybe he can get an anti-armor missile on these guys here. And he doesn't really need to. He can just missile whenever the attack comes in. There we go, range is done. But this is a terrible position for the Protoss player. In between these buildings there, these stalkers are so stuck. Oh my god, so much damage. He's gonna lose the pylon, doesn't really matter too much. He does have the prism out now, so he can try to surround his army. He's gonna try and do now here with some zealots. Oh no, he's actually gonna bomb zealots on top of the tanks. He's gonna lose the prism here rather early, so no micro potential behind this in the rest of the army. First Colossus is gonna fall here, second Colossus is already half dead as well. Auto turrets being thrown down. And yeah, Nightmare's just gonna call it GG after a terrible game, really falling apart. The opening was so strong for Clem, killing 12 workers with that poking force and a lot of units. So amazing stuff from our turn. From France.